Bitcoin saw a massive fall yesterday and is now retesting a crucial level of support for the entire trend, where it has been stabilizing for more than 100 consecutive days. One reason Bitcoin is dumping so much is because, to make matters worse, Mt. Gox will begin returning $9 billion worth of Bitcoin next week. In today's video update, I will discuss the recent correction, the likely future of Bitcoin, the major support and resistance levels, and some important signals that are flashing right now that will tell us what the market is about to do next. Without further ado, bring this update video back up to over 1,000 likes, and I'll get right to the meat of the matter, following the tedious consolidation of the previous weekend. As the week got underway, Bitcoin's price began a precipitous decline, eventually forming a waterfall pattern. At this very moment, we have produced the first small rebound from Bitcoin. We have fallen to 58.4 thousand, and since we have fallen below 60,000, I have achieved my stop-loss objective and am now in a profit on this trade. It's too bad that I was hoping to make more money today. I was actually making around $195,000 in profit, and all I was able to cash out was about $38,000. That's still quite good, but we'd have preferred it if we could have made more. Basically, Bitcoin has retreated to one of the most crucial levels in this consolidation range, and now that it has reached my stop-loss target, I will be examining the new trade once more. And as you may recall, I began my previous trade at the market's low point. As you can see, I believe this level to be the most crucial one to maintain for Bitcoin, as it was here that Iran offered so much support. If we were to break below this level, the next support level would be somewhere around 52,000 USD, which is this box right here. I believe that 52,000 will be the next objective for Bitcoin. Green box of support, folks. Last time was just a market liquidity grab, but $50,000 will be Bitcoin's true next large support level. And if that happens, I will seize the opportunity with both hands. Since we are just entering a new bull market, I think it would be wise to jump on any significant correction that comes our way. For example, if Bitcoin were to really break lower, I would be in a much better position to open a new trading position. Now you can see that I also mentioned this support line with a downward slope after we broke below it. We also began to observe that enormous drop actually being initiated. We had bounced off this level numerous times prior, but the huge slide actually began the second we broke below it. Additionally, we will be examining this sophisticated RSI indicator developed by Cryptocia, which you are free to utilize for your own purposes. Indicators is where you'll get a plethora of free indicators. All you have to do is type in Cryptocia. Among the several free indicators offered by Cryptocia, the advanced RSI stands out. Its user base has grown to over 200 individuals. However, this indicator is highly effective because it provides us with information regarding market attitude and behavior at the present time, correct? According to this indicator, the previous time around, the bottom was established when the RSI fell below 30. The Relative Strength Index RSI has broken below 30 on the 12-hour time frame, marking the bottom once again. When the number of victories surpassed 70, it signified the peak. Basically, it's saying that the market is slightly overheated or oversold right now. That is the main point it is trying to make. Additionally, if we examine the table on the upper right, we can see that being oversold typically lasts for 8 days, or 8 candles in this case. 8 12-hour candles equals 4 days. Therefore, it's possible that we will remain in this range for the next 3 or 4 days. However, that is probably the horizon of time. Additionally, if we are to examine the most recent signal flash, it signified the bottom. Since Bitcoin is extremely oversold, this correction may mark the bottom. Nevertheless, it differs slightly from the previous one because of the massive decline heading in the opposite direction, I believe. This structure was somewhat better to trade in than the one we're in now. For what it's worth, I think we're currently dumped because next week Mt. Gox will begin repaying their 140,000 Bitcoins, which are currently worth about $8.4 billion. Yesterday, they were $9 billion. And considering that everyone who bought Bitcoin in 2015, 2015, 2014 is now a millionaire, the likelihood that they'll sell some Bitcoin is extremely high, and this is going to start on or around July 1st. Next week, it will really take place at this location. I believe this is a contributing factor to why this decline is looking a bit foolish right now. I feel obligated to mention that this is the Cryptocia premium indicator. You guys could have made around 6% more money if you had followed the short signal yesterday. Now, you know what to do if you want to be a better trader. Before you watch this video, be sure to read the description. The Crypto C Premium indication is accessible via this website. You might be utilizing this indicator as well if you bought it for only $1 per day. Participate in these deals personally, of course. Make sure you look at the link in the description of today's video if you're interested in trading. Now let's take it a notch further. The spot Bitcoin ETF had yet another terrible day yesterday. It feels like it's only going downhill from here, but trust me, there's a way out, and I'll get back to this soon. And this is a common occurrence. A lot of people are feeling really pessimistic. The general public seems to be convinced that the bull market has come to an end, and historically, when that happens, prices tend to fall. However, I still think we have room to fall on the charts, particularly in light of the 140,000 Bitcoins that are about to be sold. Eventually, we will see prices rise again. By the way, yesterday was yet another big outflow day for the spot Bitcoin ETF. I look at the funding rates, they are still negative, so it seems like most of the market is currently shorting Bitcoin. In this case, altcoins are also being shorted extensively. The market is experiencing a small setback, but ultimately everything will work out. As an example, we can observe that funding rates are very negative, meaning most people are trading short. Typically, when this happens, we see a large short squeeze, but so far nothing has happened. By the way, if you're interested in trading, you can take advantage of a current insane deposit bonus and claim a free $500 trade on Bybit. The only thing you have to do is click the link in today's video description and create an account. Your claim to this $500 free trade will begin after you accomplish this. You can accomplish it with ease. Claiming it, using it, and recommending it are all quite simple tasks. So if you're curious, you can find the link in the video's description. This consolidation range is so narrow that we need to start zooming out again, else we'll miss the bottom of the range, which is brutal for guys. We anticipated that $72,000 would be the most significant obstacle, and we also understood that $60,000 to $56,000 USD would be the most significant support. This range here is interesting for Bitcoin accumulation, and it will be broken below $56,000 USD at that moment. In all candor, I think the green box on the bottom is the next intriguing level where I intend to accumulate Bitcoin to a significant degree. The amount lying in the green box is around $51,000 to $52,000 USD. This level is significant since it marks the previous accumulation zone prior to our move towards new ultimans. Therefore, I will most certainly be a customer if we return to this area. Ask me again, but I think the framework is great. I think we're in a good accumulation range right now. It's still above $60,000 USD, but it's a fascinating spot to buy because you're buying into the bottom of a 120-day reaccumulation phase, so it's not bad. Bitcoin isn't looking too bad either, so long as we hold this crucial support level, but as I mentioned earlier in the video, if we are able to break below this level, I will initiate a new trade, a long position in Bitcoin worth potentially over $1 million, from $50,000 to $200,000 but I will be doing it. So that's my plan in brief. If Bitcoin does indeed fall into that green box here, I will be able to open a much larger trade. If it happens, I will be opening a $1.5 to $2 million Bitcoin trade. Bitcoin is retesting the weekly support level, which means that we are still in the weekly time frame. Also, this enormous bull flag pattern is still in the works. We are at the bottom of the support triangle, and the bull flag pattern we are forming is plain to see. In my opinion, things are still looking really well, even when we consider